What's going on, y'all? So listen, bitch, I'm about to go outside. My neighbors got the juke music playing and everything. They juking, we juking, we juking. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, anyway, let's get into this review. This is episode 3 of season 1 of Pose. Okay, y'all know I said Pose like that because I was about to call it Poise. I don't know why I want to call it Poise so bad. Ain't no I up in this bitch, but once again, another good episode, baby. That preview for next week. I just hope little Damon just got like a little cold or something and it'll go right away with some little Theraflu, some little NyQuil, a little Tylenol. Get him some Robitussin, okay? Because, hey, they is fucking it up outside. Bitch, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Bitch, I don't want Damon to get. Please don't. Because the episode starts off, it's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Or it's in the holiday spirit. Angel is the only one that's not really in the holiday spirit. You know, Blanca wants to give everybody a gift of their choice, put down what you want underneath the Christmas tree. And she just noticed that Angel just not really in the spirit of holiday Christmas cheer. You know what I'm saying? She said it's because one day, I think it was when she was 6 years old or whatever, she went shopping for Christmas with her papa. And, when she was a little boy, she saw these pumps, red heels, and she stole them. She took them to the house. She put them on in her room, and then she came outside, in the living room or whatever. It sounded like the whole thing that happened on Empire with Jamal. Instead of being put in the garbage can, he beat her ass or whatever, and was mad because he was stealing. And I'm saying he because that's what it was when he was, younger. This is what happened when he was a little tight before he came into, Angel, the goddess that she is. And, she was like, the main reason was basically because of what he stole. And so that the relationship between the father hasn't been good ever since, been looking at her different ever since. And it's just sad because that's what goes, that masculinity that, you know, oh, it's unnatural and this is against what society deems as natural and acceptable and stuff like that. And again, the masculinity, what makes one a man. Oh, you a bitch if you walking in heels. Baby, let me just tell you something. I would never call a man a bitch, a pussy, anything less than a man to walk in some heels. Because, baby, you got to have some strong feet. Okay, you got to have some strong calf muscles and all that shit. Baby, you can do it and I can't. So what that make me? But anyway, a nigga, okay. But they trying to get her in the holiday spirit. Let me just tell you this, Angel, unheld. I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to get out this situation with Stan, okay? Everybody's been putting down in the comments, and I've been agreeing too. Like, in the first episode, we saw Stan come through, and, he is just like circling around the block, and we was all concerned. No lie, I'm pretty sure all of us was concerned about Stan, and we have our reason to because we are talking about, and we live in a day and age where people, straight men, quote unquote straight men, go after transvestites or transsexual women, transgender women who are, either ladies of the night, as you want to call them, sex workers, I should say, that's better, or they're just living their life. And then when they get caught up and people find out that, oh, dating somebody who was really born this way, and they claiming to be this, and they looking down on it, or all of a sudden I didn't know that was that and all that stuff. No. And you have these cases, especially now, where a lot of transgender women are getting killed, and not really that much attention is being put upon them and bringing out about it. You know what I'm saying? And so when Stan was circling around that block in that first episode, when Stan was feeding her all them lines about how in the second episode when they was sitting down there eating and saying, I look at you. Everybody wear costumes, and I feel like you the only one that's being your true self, and we all wearing the costumes and stuff. Baby, Stan was giving them all the line, giving Angel all the lines and stuff, and I'm sitting here like, that is cute as fuck. But Angel, please be careful because I don't know. That nigga look like he'll probably snap in a minute, take his frustration out on her from what the wife is doing or the frustration is going on in the house. Baby, it's a lot. She go there. He get her the apartment in this episode. It's damn near fully furnished. She said the TV and something else is coming next week. TV and VCR, bitch. We'll get that shit set up in a minute. I said, oh, couch, bed. We got you a new microwave, stove, refrigerator. I said, is it stocked? It's fully stocked, bitch. Oh, I would have got caught up in that shit too. I would have got caught up, but then I still would have been smart with it. Angel kind of got, fucked up in a little bit because she was like, I know it's Christmas and all, but could you just like possibly think about stopping by just for a second or whatever? I said, girl, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. But mama got her hopes up, and I felt sorry for her. I said, baby, Christmas, she cooked. She getting all dressed up and dolled up, practicing her little accents and everything. And, you know, um, he never shows up, okay? And I said, baby, this must be your first time dating somebody that fucking around with somebody that because they did fuck that first night. I said, oh, so now you okay? And at least they used the condom. I was so glad about that. But I said, baby, the holidays is for the wife and the kids. Okay, the holidays are for the wife and the kids. Side chicks, side niggas, side whatever. Others, they get the next day or 2 days later. Okay, that's just how it goes. I'm sorry, Angel. You young in these streets. You just gotta learn the game. Okay. I want you to go back, and I know this is in 1987. It's before, you before our time. But baby, if the song could have been out, I need you to go back there and listen to Monica Sideline Ho. Okay, I'm sorry. Ho, does he pick you up? No, no. Okay, cause you a sideline hoe. I'm sorry to put it like that, but that's basically what you are. You are a kept whore. No shade, but that's what it is. Let's be honest. Okay, and she got her tens at the snowball, winter snowball, and I was like, yes, come on, serve face. It was about face and beauty, and she came out there, took the drape back, and she did her thing. I said, tens, 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 2 weeks in a row. Okay, bitch, I'm feeling it. What else happened? Anything else happened with Angel? Um, that's about it. But yeah, Stan had went to the store to buy a bracelet for his wife, and then brought a necklace for Angel, right? The little girl. His daughter was with him. So when he was about to buy the necklace after he brought the bracelet, he told her to go over there go play with Santa Claus and all that stuff with the kids. And so the little girl turned around and saw him with the necklace, and then gonna trick off to the mama. Mind you, this what got me fucked up. Okay, the mama had every right to be mad because of this, and I don't even fucking blame her because his boss Matt, he's an asshole. Now at the office, we see Matt come in. He's over there talking to the one of the secretaries at the office, talking about pubic hairs and all this stuff. I said, what in the Clarence Thomas is going on over here? See, let me tell you something. Back in the 80s, that's when all the sexual harassments in the office and the workplace and stuff came about. And that's when the law started to change to make it say that you cannot do that and you can be, punished and disciplined for doing stuff like that. And so when I was listening, I said, ew. And then he sees these gentlemen come out this meeting room, and he also sees Stan come out. And so when that happened, he gets in his feelings like, why didn't you tell me there was a meeting going on? You want to pitch an idea or something? Why didn't you come through me? And he was like, you knew about it. You could have came. It wasn't no secret. So don't bring that up to me. He getting his feelings about this because he felt like, oh boy, embarrassed him or went above his head to do something instead of bringing it to him after he didn't get you some extra money so you could put your little bitch up and stuff like that. So he gonna take it upon himself to go over to his house, Stan's house, with some gifts and stuff, take his coat off, back practically invites himself in, sweet talking up the wife, winds up kissing her. I said, bitch, what the fuck is going on? He is trash. Stan tried to put him in check and said, anytime you want to come over here to my house, you better call first. I said, Stan, you ain't scaring nobody, okay? You boy have to punch that nigga first, okay? Because I didn't even feel the intimidation. He knew he had it over him. I was like, Stan, you can't really be, but then again, you know how niggas are. I can cheat on you, but you better not cheat on me. Yeah, that's what's going on. And he put it in her head Matt put it in the wife's head that Stan was out there fucking around because he was like, she said, I barely see Stan these days because, he's always working you got him working these crazy hours. He was like, no, I don't have him working nothing. I said, damn it. So when Christmas actually come, she didn't want to open up the gift, and the mama was there giving him trouble. And, she cursed him out about, you fucking around and you doing this and you doing that. And then the little kid, she told me that you brought a necklace for your little whore too after you brought the bracelets. He was like, I was feeling guilty because of all the stuff that was going on and the fact that I haven't been here. And don't you know I got 10 other bosses besides Matt that I answer to? So that's where the work is coming from. And therefore, because I was feeling guilty about not spending enough time with you, I messed around and brought 2 presents because I felt like you deserved 2 presents. I said, bitch, you better clean that shit up. You better clean that stuff up. I said the kids would rat your ass out every fucking time. I knew that little girl was gonna trick. And you can't even blame her because that's what kids do. She don't know no better. And you ain't supposed to be cheating. Of course, old girl apologized. And I said, girl, you ain't got no right to apologize because you got it right the first time, okay? But we gonna let that rock. They is fucking it up outside, bitch. If you from Chicago, you understand. Um, when we do our music, bitch, we do our fucking music. Not that drill music shit. I'm talking about that juke music, bitch. Okay? We be fucking up that juke music, that house music, bitch. Anyway, moving on from that, I feel good tonight. And I ain't even drunk, okay? That is, I'm high off of God, okay? That's what James Brown said, high off God. Anyway, moving on from there, what else was going on in this episode? Pray tell. I love the fact that they put some comedy stuff in here and then they put some real serious things in here as well to balance out the episode. And one of the most serious, and it's educational too, because when it comes to the topic of the HIV and how people were treated back then who had HIV, AIDS, they're giving us a history lesson for those that did not know. Like everything that you saw in that whole storyline, that story arc with Pray Tell, him going to the hospital. Mind you, he got on the elevator and then Helena from the Damon's dance teacher gets on the same elevator. They get off at the same floor, but they go different directions, okay? And I guess this is the floor where most of the HIV/AIDS patients are at. And so as he's going, he sees one person in the room just wasting away a little bit, and then he gets to the door that he needs to go to, and he notices that the food is right there by the door, on the side of the door. Not inside the room, not on the bed next to it, but right there. And what irks me about this, did you see when he was walking past the gurneys and the beds that was in the hallway? It had the bloody residue, the bloody sheets and stuff still out there. Then when you go into the room where he was going to see his boyfriend, Costa, in the bed next to him, it was still the bloody sheets and stuff. I said, so we don't believe, you don't want to catch nothing. You don't believe in being clean or whatever, sanitizing stuff. So you just gonna leave this open and everything. And what was making me mad is because this is exactly what happened. Because Costa said, oh, so the nurse left that out there, and he was like, that was Marianne. She always do that. She never comes in. And I'm just sitting here like, it's time for the percolator. Is that what the percolator? I am so sorry. It's they getting me. They getting me. But anyway, that is old school. Hey, anyway, that is how it was for a lot of people because this disease was so new. They didn't know how you contracted it. They didn't know where it came from. They didn't know how it spread or, how it was transmitted. That's why they call it a gay disease, because it was prominently a lot of gay men who was getting it. And they didn't start, looking into stuff a little bit more when other people who were not gay, who were not sleeping around with gay people on the DL, were also contracting the disease. Now it became a little bit, okay, so now I know that you can't get it like that. They acted like you can get it from touch and stuff like that. And so they literally did have nurses and people who would not come into the hospitals or into on a certain floor and work and come in contact with the patients. And that was disgusting and messed up. And it was all because they was ignorant to it, And we can say that now because we know what it's about, but they totally didn't know nothing when it was about. And moving on from that, it made me so mad seeing the hospital gowns that they had them in. They were so nasty. Like, you couldn't change them out of the hospital gowns. I understand he's in there sweating up. It looked like he wanted the dude that he passed, pray tell passed by first. He had the vomit residue staining up in his shit. Nobody came in there to help change him up. His man, he got um it looked like sweat stains and vomit residue, dried up stuff. It just looked nasty and unhealthy and just unsanitary. And Pray Tell was just pissed off about it. Mind you, this is a guy that he'd been talking to for a minute and that he was just fine a month ago, because that's what Blanca said. You was just dancing with him a month ago. What happened? And so we get back to Helena. She's going down the opposite direction, and she's going to meet an old student of hers, probably one of her favorite students, like she said. She did say that. And he's in there just dancing, and you see his hospital gown. It's just so nasty. And he like has an episode where he didn't even realize that he was up and who was in there, and he pulled the stuff out, and it was just really sad. And then, you know, while Blanca and Pray Tell was getting ready for the snowball for Christmas and stuff like that, and she's trying to tell him, your fashion's as good as fuck. You need to be having all this stuff out there on the have your online and all this stuff. And then, she asked about the boyfriend and telling him that he's in the hospital, and she was basically like, don't keep it in, tell me what it is. And he said, for the past, do you know how many boyfriends that I've had that passed away or who had this disease in the past 4 years? And I just felt so bad because he finally broke down, and he's always so stoic and so strong with it. Like, he told Blanca not to cry, what you used for crying, and why did you even go get the test? And then to see him break down over this whole thing, it was very sad, but it was a harsh reality of things. And it's so, I'm like, damn, do he got it? But we don't know that. And he probably don't. Just never know. Moving on from that, later on, Helena does get a call from the hospital saying that her student passed away. She has no information on the parents or anything like that. That is so sad to have someone pass away and their parents or people don't even know. And I bet you he probably had one of those parents that type of parents that probably kicked him out because he was gay. So that's why I don't understand. I don't understand why. Like, don't do that. Please, if you straight and you find out that your child is gay, please don't kick him out. Please don't disown him, because you don't know what type of depression and what type of life that would make them leave when they weren't going to even leave their life. You know what I'm saying? Something can happen to them, and it could be your last time ever seeing them walking this earth. You don't want nothing to happen to them. And I ain't talking about catching diseases or anything. I'm just talking about life catching up with them and shit just happening. That's why I love the relationship between Blanca and Damon. She really takes that mother role. It's just not just a title. It's something that she takes seriously, especially when it comes to Damon. She's like a protector, okay? And we see when Damon got in trouble, Damon was trying to teach them how to do the little dance or whatever. He went overtime. He was late for work. Late for his little dance class. And Helena, she snapped off on him and told him to get out. She was basically projecting her grief on him. Okay, she was going through a grieving process. She literally just found out that her favorite student, who probably was like a son to her, passed away. And this is her in the process of grieving. And so that's what I chalked it up to. Um, and Damon, of course, didn't tell Blanca what was going on, but Helena had called Blanca. She had to go down there and talk to him. Blanca had to get her together, baby. You talking about these balls ain't shit or whatever. You don't do that shit, okay? But Blanca had to come back home and to speak to Damon and to put his ass in check. Like, bitch, you doing this? You doing that? No, you weren't late because of this. You was late because of that. So just because of this, you this happening and you trying to fuck up your chances and stuff like that, you're not going to any balls for a month. And he wasn't really taking it serious until she said, you're not going to the snowball. And he was like, nah, you already know how Christmas means to me. Because he gave a little story saying that Christmas was everything to him. That was the one time of the year that he was able to be himself. His mama helped him, dress up for the pageants and Christmas plays. And his daddy even smiled at him and stuff like that. And she was like, I understand that, but baby, you gotta learn. He was like, I hate you and all this shit. I said, Damien, you better calm that shit down. But later on, he got it together and he apologized. And, they did do the snowball. They came in runner up. And, he was just saying how he just wished things can go back to when he was naive and thought that Santa Claus was real. Not go back to being with his parents, but back to when things were just easier and simpler. You know what I'm saying? Like when things were literally like a fantasy world. Okay, until the harsh reality came in and you had to grow up. And I know we all felt that way sometimes when life get down on us. So that was a really nice moment. Um, Ricky though. I can't read this whole situation with Ricky. Do y'all feel Ricky is gonna play Damon? I don't know. They was all cutting up in the goddamn ball when we first seen them, and Damon was giving him encouragement. If you want to get in the house, then you have to go down there and walk. And he went down there and walked, doing face or whatever with the fur and shit. He did fuck it up. He put them sunglasses on. I ain't even gonna lie, he did do that shit. I was like, all right, Ricky, get your tens and your nine. Go ahead and do that shit, bitch. But then, when that happened, Damon was trying to get him into the house, and Blanca is a little bit apprehensive, but she was like, I need you to do this, and you're gonna do that, and I'm just see how you work, and then it's a trial run, okay, to see if I'm allow you to come in the house, all right. And as long as I love the fact that Blanca said, as long as you do not try to distract and deter Damon from his school, okay, don't do that shit, and we can be all good. And then we see later on that I guess Blanca took a liking to him and let Ricky in because when they was exchanging gifts, baby, when it was Christmas and that turkey, I said, who said open up the window? And why did Blanca throw the turkey out the window? Once we looked at the turkey on the goddamn floor, baby, listen, I said that turkey was salvageable, okay? It was just a little skin that was a little burnt. All right, take that shit off and eat the moist chicken and meat in the inside. But they had to go to a Chinese place to eat, and Praytel was with them, and she wanted Praytel to come because Praytel said, when Christmas comes around, he just go to the movies because it's not really that many people around, and that's just him. And I was like, oh, and it was nice for them to include him and make him feel special. Got him a Kodak, multicolor picture camera, and her explanation for it was really really nice. And after that, gave a gift to Ricky too. And so everybody was like, oh, I felt that as like that's acceptance, like you're in the house of Evangelista now. And so they brought her I think it was a bracelet or an ankle bracelet or something like that. And it was really nice. The dynamic between them and how she really do care about everyone that she comes in contact. I love Blanca. She got to be my favorite character on here. Mr. Damon. Christmas morning, he gave Ricky his present. Ricky gave him his present. Baby, let me tell you something. Breakfast in bed, my ass. You was not ready for that. He was like, I'm ready. I said, don't give up your vagina like that, boo-boo. And then on the next episode, you sick. You sick. Bitch, what? Your first time, it better not be. It better just, like I said, get him some rubber tussin. It better just be a cold, okay? That's all that it better be. I ain't got time for all of that shit. No, I don't. But anyway, moving on from that, a motherfucking Lectra. Somebody said, why don't you talk like her? I can't do her accent. Listen, she be so extra. She's going to the doctor to, I guess, see about reassignment surgery and, how to get that done and the money that she needs to do. And she was feeling some type of way when she was at the loft with her children, and oh my god, she's so extra. What did she be saying? I can't do her accent. I really can't, because it's like she talks and she literally talks in syllables, accented syllables. She be like, this is that, and I am do not do that because you are just stupid and is incapable of learning this and all this stuff. I said, girl, calm down. They just want a good Christmas. Okay, she in a bad mood. They come up with this plan, baby, to go rob the fucking Goodwill. I said, what the fuck? That shit, let me tell you something. For Elektra to be all high and mighty, and she had to put it out there. Because they was like, why don't you get your little benefactor to come out here and give us some money and to do this and to get a real tree and all that shit. She was like, bitch, how the fuck I'm gonna do that? Do you not know that he be doing this and he gives me a set allowance and he counts every gift and everything that he gives me? I said, girl, you really is a kept toe. And I said, is that what Stabler from Law and Order? I said, bitch, he is forever playing somebody either gay, bisexual, or what, because he makes me question it and I'm all here for it. Bitch, I will never forget when he was on Oz and that dude was sucking his dick and he snapped his neck. I said, damn, killed him right there. At least you got your nut off. Anyway, they stole that money and that's like, oh my God, we got $2,300. We can get some good stuff. We can get this. She gonna say, yeah, you can get that. This bitch then took the money to put down as a down payment for her reassignment surgery. I said, ain't this some shit? You could have gave them at least $500 if you wanted to be cheap, $1,000 if that. You know what I'm saying? Girl, Elektra ain't shit. Elektra really ain't shit. But I think that was everything that happened in this episode. I really do. Elektra, for her to be so high and mighty, she ain't above stealing. Okay, and you notice that she used to work at Small World too, or whatever it's called, the place where Angel was working at, the little peep show place. And the doctor was like, yeah, Becky from Full House. Yeah, is that Becky from Full House? I don't think so. Anyway, she was like, yeah, a lot of patients come in. I have a lot of patients who work there. If she was like, work, it's not a work. Let's call it what it is, for freak show. And I said, that's a shame, but that's how they look at them. It's taboo. So let me look at it. Let me pay for it. So almost like, slavery, what they did to Sarah, what's her name? Sarah Bartman or whatever, with the big butt. And they paid to look at her and all that stuff. Anyway. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. And I will see you guys later. If I missed anything, let's put it down in the comments and let's talk. Peace.